The last car I ever built. This is beautiful.
Hi, you made it.
Here we are.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well, and you?
Good. He even made the license plates.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Model T. It's the last series of engine and chassis, which was the best one. But he made the body an early. It's a gentleman's racer.
It definitely is. It's a tire. It goes good too. I bet it does it all aluminum. Look at the fucking it did from scratch. I remember the this over by us.
This is my first exposure.
Oh, this will be a Fiat, Beast of Turin.
Yes.
4-cylinder Fiat, 8 liters.
And I got all of it.
It's 2
Stuff
gallons.
on it, bills and whatever else. He could get everything right. Pretty amazing.
You seen him run?
Yeah, I got a
tailpipe this long.
But the best part is that it's all aluminum and 3/4 size. So now you finish it good.
Dick over here and you over here.
Ah, okay. Yeah, take some pictures, guys. That's some fun. Then Walden, we're rolling around. This is Kira.
Hi.
And, well, run around the front first. Just all I ask you to do, guys, is be careful of the wires that you don't trip on the thing.
2 gallons a cylinder, correct? Yeah.
Any questions? There's cars swaying around on these things. If you want a car out of it, more than welcome to any of that stuff.
It's not 4?
Well,
So big.
oh yeah. Well, this is a
Blows flames right outside.
Yeah,
and it's over 100. It's 106
yeah,
years
the
old.
exhaust is on
It's,
that side, like, right under the
A
door.
chain drive fire truck, American Refrigerator.
This one, they feel it's over.
People say, well, what do you like, Lolly, what about the fire truck? Well, every time I show it, I win. You know, and it's so big that, you know, you cannot miss the
No.
And they had
How long
no
have you had this?
brakes on the front,
We finished
or anything
this.
like that, so we put all disc brakes on the front. And I wrapped the springs, which is an old
I
brake,
thought you get a kick out of it.
and power steering, and,
Yeah.
what? Yeah, this is a little bonus back.
Put your arm on that tire. The height and the size.
Those Batmobile. George Burris just lived down the block, his family. And I've known him for a long time, and I went to him. Called him and said, George, that we're gonna be building a Batmobile.
Yeah, we saw this.
And I said, we're doing it in your honor. You are a man. So we,
Crimson Wheel. That's 3-0.
so anyhow, George came down, and he got a big kick. So he kept coming back and forth and seeing the thing as we built it in his honor. And all Betty. See out in the left-hand corner, that's the Barris Builder's Badge.
Ah.
And he presented me with that and he said, you're gonna be the only other authorized Batmobile other than mine. I knew that was kind of stretching a little bit, but it was a nice thing to say. George is it. And what I loved about George, he always had time for the kids. There were no dumb questions, just a lot of dumb answers. And I tried to do the same thing because we need to get more people, the young guys, interested in our hobby.
Yeah.
Money
guys.
Hi, good morning.
In excess, nothing in moderation. I know, you go over the top on everything I can.
Now, don't you?
Well, let me explain something. Well, the reason that I do these fire trucks is that in that day's money, this is like a 15, and that's a 20, they're all chain drive. I like chain drive, because there's a lot of action moving. They cost in that day's money equal to having $1,000.
Yeah, I'll have one.
Wonderful. Happy New Year.
Thank you.
And then the fire department keeps it between 10 and 15 years. They never have more than 15,000 miles on them, so they're never worn out. They're worn in. I mean, where do you go from there? So, the worst things that'll happen is the bodies that are rotting on the fire trucks, or they get
Get out.
And there, looks like I wouldn't be in there.
I give the bodies back to the people that are building the cars, so they can, if it's better than what they have, I fenders and things like that. But the engines and everything are just absolutely magnificent. And it's the 14 liters, except this one is 17 liters, and it's got 6 blocks, one for each piston. I mean, it's crazy stuff. And they're the very first ones that had starters because it was emergency. They have cranks. They always said to the guy, start with a crank, but if you got a fire, hit the button and go. And that's what they did. So anyway,
Happy New Year.
they're all unusual.
So you make all the fenders, you change the fenders?
Yeah, make the whole body.
Beautiful
Except
stuff, man.
these fenders, what's unique about this is called rusty for obvious reasons. And dusty it should be. But this is just rust. We found the mate of that, which is in the back. And I'll show you that in a while. But I got a call from a couple of firemen up in Sacramento. And they said, Mr. Wells, we're here to buy your own fire truck. He said, yeah, he said, well, we're retired firemen, and we heard about this fire truck sitting out in the woods. We've been out there for 55 years. And he said, we're not gonna leave an old Hero fire truck out in the poo-poo. And he said, so we went out and took us 2 hours, but we found a damn thing. And fortunately, they took pictures of all this, and I've got them somewhere around now, that it was, they didn't know what to do. So they got it out of there. They cut 21 trees that were going through it and around it down. And then they finally got a trailer up near it, and they got it on it. It was awful trying to get it on because everything had atrophied, you can imagine. So they get it, they're driving back, and one of these guys said, yeah, I said to my buddy, hey, Bruce, we'll take it to your house. He says, oh, no, whoa. He says, I can't take it, my wife will kill me. He said, yes, he says, but there's this character in LA called Wales, and he's been known to buy these things, so they called me, and I made a donation to the fireman's fund, and I got the thing. We went up and picked it up, and put it on our trailer, and I brought 2 gallons of a little elixir that I use for old stuff like this. It's power steering fluid and acetone and blah, 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 blah. And we open every hole that there is in the car and pour it in, fill the whole damn thing up. No oil and stuff all over the place. And we brought it home. And by the time we got home, it had deatrophied. And my friend and colleague on this stuff, Andreas Aranda, is absolutely a brilliant mechanic. Me, I don't know that. I can't even tune them. I just design and build bodies and do all that stuff. So it's a magic pair that we get all this stuff done. And we got it home. He said, let's get it running. Yeah, why not? What the hell? It's only been sitting for 55 years. So took the plugs, they're all out. And we cleaned the plugs, put a new battery in, dropped the pan, cleaned it out, put some oil in it. But an hour and a half we had it running, and it was just, it's unbelievable. But the thing is, when they get a new truck, okay, firemen, here's what you do daily. Maintenance. Here's what you do weekly. Here's what you do monthly. Here's what you do, blah, 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 blah. And they keep the thing because they're so proud of it. And they try to, they keep them, especially in small towns and that. And the thing, you read it, open up the catalog. And the owner's manual on one of these things, you look at it, it says how to drive.
This stuff's
There were people there that had no idea how to drive one of these things, so you got gears in the transaxle that are this thick. But after a while, they learn it, but they never really learn it. The only thing that really happens to them bad is that they will get gungy and rust and or left out in the cold, and they freeze and they cracks the block. Then they gotta fix the block. But that's all can be done. But most of the time, you just get in, drive them, and enjoy them. So anyhow, that's why the other one and this one are called rusty. This one's really dusty. I didn't get a chance to wipe it off. But the rusty one, it has SFD on it, and you can barely make it out. And I didn't have the heart to destroy that beautiful patina. So I just cleared it. I got some soft pad, and I went over it with a soft pad, got the loose stuff off, and then just started clearing it. And it came out beautifully. And you'll see that in there. And you get that's
Amazing.
so that's rusty. A friend of mine had 4 old fenders off of an SS Mercedes or something in Florida, sent them to me. So I took 2 of the fenders, or all of the fenders, and cut them in half. So this side is 1 fender, top here, and I add the aluminum on the back, and I add the aluminum where it touches the. Sorry. Anyhow, I won't bore you anymore with this, but this is what we got going. And you're all welcome.
Where do you get your tires? Where do you get your tires?
I'm sorry.
Where do you get your tires?
Tire. That's the funny thing. People think tires are tough to get. They just cost. Now they cost about $1,000 to $1,100. But
Oh, that's beautiful.